What's going on, everybody? We are back in our studio here on Crockett Street, lovely Crockett Street. Coming to you live on this beautiful Wednesday evening. My name is James.
It's Austin.
Today we have special guest Hugo Sanchez, returning guest,
What's up, y'all?
Emmy Award winner.
That's right.
Yes, that is right.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You told
I
us
am.
that.
Yeah.
I heard you
did
do
that happen?
karate, too.
Yeah, I do a little bit of everything. You know?
How did you win that Emmy? So in case people think we're bullshitting.
I work for a TV news station, and one of the projects we worked on was submitted for an Emmy, and we won.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you were a part of that project, so that's yours.
Filmed and edited the majority of it, so
What was the
there
project?
you go. It was a project about the SB4 law. It was a bill that they were going to potentially turn into the Show Me Your Papers law,
Oh, that's right.
where, you know, they could stop anybody at any, or law enforcement could stop anybody and just
Demand your papers.
ask for their like proof of citizenship.
So that would be anybody, like, even white people.
Well,
not
they say
necessarily
anybody,
Mexican.
but
yeah, they say anybody, but really we know who they're talking about.
yeah.
That's fucked up, dude. Me and my coworker actually talking about that today. And I told him, I was like, I told James this, like, how am I held accountable for things that white people did in the United States before my family was even here? You know what I mean? My family comes from Germany and Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
So how the fuck is that? I don't understand. It doesn't make any
So
sense to
things
me.
work here in good old America.
It's like, you're fucking white. You're the motherfuckers who did that shit back in the day. Let's
Right,
fuck them
yeah.
up. Sorry, dude.
Um,
We were eating sauerkraut while all that shit was happening.
So for anybody that's listening that's new, since last week was a bit crazy for us, like
It was awesome, though.
maybe 2,000 more views than we're used to
I think it was more than that.
at our peak. Yeah, well, I think it was like a little over 3.
Yeah.
But so yeah, if you're new and watching us, last week was crazy, and we like to do that, and it's very fun. But well, for me, I started podcasting because I like to have conversations with interesting people like Hugo, and
And fuck me.
Yeah,
No,
No,
not
I'm
you.
fucking with, I'm
Yeah.
fucking with you, dude. I'm fucking with you. I had to jump in there.
yeah. Well, I'm talking about guests, but yeah, we like to talk about things and perspectives and drink a little bit and shit that's going around town and stupid things that people are doing around town. And
Local podcast.
yeah, we were once told that we were a local podcast that only accommodates to our friends. So
Well, that's good because we have badass friends. So
Yeah.
That's right.
thank you, Hugo, for coming. Our
Damn
badass
right.
friend.
why did this cut out?
I'm Austin, and I'm here on the podcast too. And I did it because James told me to.
Really?
I just do whatever James tells me to do.
Yeah. Same.
Pretty
much.
I'm just
Yeah.
joking.
Making sure the stream is still up. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's still there.
Yeah.
How's it all looking and everything? Okay, cool.
Looks wonderful.
Looks fantastic.
Beautiful, Maria.
JD, what's up? Let us know if our sound is good and our video is good and all of that good stuff, or if it's a bit choppy. Let us know. How'd you like last week, dude?
Dude, last week was fun. It was not the norm, but I love the chaos of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was chaotic because y'all were getting fucked up, and yeah, call me bitch, call me what you want, dude. But I suffered the next day in other ways. Yeah, I ran off on like 2 hours of sleep. It was crazy, dude. I love that. Whenever we have episodes like that, man, it's a whole lot different, especially whenever we have a live audience. And them guys are just cracking up. You really feed off of that, and
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of hard to segue into our show, but I mean, I think Josh and Javi and James gave more of the entertainment than anything on that episode. I mean, Javi took it kind of hard.
Yeah.
The eating the chip.
Oh yeah, he did. He was in tears.
Props to y'all, dude. Shout out to everybody who participated.
Yeah, it was cool. It was fun to get back out like at a different location. Yeah,
It was just fun to get out.
Yeah. To do stuff on location is always like it's a fun experience just because you never really know if it's going to be great or like really shitty. And
like over there, we never knew who the fuck was coming in.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Because
yeah.
we just had people pop in. Nobody really seen that on the live, but I mean, there was people popping in that were like, "What the fuck? Okay, all right, yeah."
Yeah, it was. I was kind of nervous before because I mean we've had people sitting here in the garage watching us, but we didn't have like so many different people like just like popping in.
People
and
that don't
just
even watch
hanging
the
out.
show that
Yeah.
are like just experiencing it for the first time. They like there was that one dude in the back corner. I'm sorry, I don't know your name, but this motherfucker was like crying the whole time.
Oh,
dude.
Philip.
Is that
Philip,
him?
yeah.
Dude, he was dying laughing the whole time, and I was like, I fucking love this shit.
Yeah,
dude.
right.
You're
You vibe
feeling
off
me
of that,
right
yeah.
now. You're making me. Yeah, you're making me excited, dude. I love shit like that, though. Definitely.
Right.
It was fun. Shout out to Matt Yanez, Steve,
Javi.
Javi,
Josh
Mick.
Russell, OTG baby.
Yeah, Josh Russell, the star of the show. Don't forget about Josh. I like how Mick was just cutting hair. He was the only one cutting.
That was fucking cool. I mean, I wish we had a mirror behind us so we
Yeah.
could see him cutting hair. That just, I
Only
felt
man
like I was
working.
on the movie barbershop because we were just sitting there kicking back and he was just still giving cuts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it'd been fucking hilarious if like Chewy like ha ha ha, zzz, and he just fucked his cut all up.
Dude, imagine. And he has to like carve out something in the back, like
It's
you
like
know,
just
like
give me a design, bro.
go Spurs go, like you
Hell
know, just
yeah.
because he's like, oh shit, yeah.
Dude, that's a sick ass hat, bro. What is it?
This is a beard brand. There's a like a beard company. They specialize like in hair products, specifically beards.
Badass. What's the company?
Beard brand.
Oh,
This
really?
is the name
Beard
of it.
brand?
Yeah, Beard brand. They're based out of Austin.
That's
And,
really cool.
Yeah, they're pretty good. They have some good stuff. You know, if they'd like to sponsor us, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, shout out.
I'm just saying.
Beard
you
gang.
know? Yeah.
James is working on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goatee.
Well, we also have we had some requests last week for donations on where that could be sent to. So every now and then you will see this little thing right here popping, scrolling on the screen that has our
Which way is it go?
Venmo.
Does it go this way or does it go that way?
It's down there.
Are we good?
Yeah, there you go.
I'm
There you
gonna
go.
You gotta wait because
Yeah.
it's delayed, so I can't really see it right away.
So that has some Venmo and Cash App. You know, if you'd like to donate, equipment, whatever. You know.
I mean, we do this out of our pocket too,
Yeah.
and out of the house.
Yeah, show the love.
Show
Spread
the
some
love.
love.
Yeah.
Man,
Help-
everybody needs
Help
some
me
love.
pay rent a couple times. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
why not? You know?
I'm just playing.
Shit.
Yeah.
Sponsor a month, right?
Why not? You know?
We'll put your head in the corner,
Oh, dude, that's badass. Yeah, man.
right in the front.
Put at the end like, oh, thanks to, you know, the Patreons of the Dark Side of the Mic crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
One day.
Yeah.
It's headed there, actually. I can see it. I
Yeah?
can see it happening.
You think so?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Dude,
Thank you.
and I won't forget about nobody
I will.
except for a couple of you motherfuckers.
How's your week been, Austin?
Man, it's I always say this, but payday week is the longest week, and I don't know that it's because we're looking forward to payday. But I talked to the old man that I work with. We call him the yard dog because he just stays at the yard all the time and does shit around the yard. And I tell him, I was like, man, Henry, I'm starting to notice that over the 4 years I worked here, that payday week is the longest week. And I've tried to stay busy, but man, we're kind of slow. I mean, we're always kind of slow. We find work, but fuck, this week's been super, super slow. I woke up this morning, and you know, you're in bed and you're getting out and you're trying to, you know, collect your bearings and shit. And I'm sitting there thinking, fucking Thursday, dude. Hell yeah, bro. All morning showering. Thursday, I'm like, dude, tomorrow I'm gonna drink and I'm gonna go to lunch. Drove all the way to fuck to work, dude. Like probably almost an hour after I got up, and I pulled into the yard and I was like, dude, it's fucking Wednesday.
Yep.
That's probably the most depressing thing that I've ever experienced. Is thinking a day's a day, and it's not the day. Especially whenever like you really get hyped up about the weekends, and I was really,
Right. I was about to say, especially when you're looking forward to something.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
I mean, I'm not necessarily looking forward to anything in particular, but just being off, not being at work.
Right. Yeah.
It's not really been too eventful. Crystal made some amazing food. She made some badass chicken tonight. I mean,
Yeah.
she always cooks good.
This podcast is being powered by chalupas on my end.
Oh yeah, mine's being
dude.
powered by steamed vegetables and fucking bomb ass potatoes that she made in the what is it called, the hot box oven,
Skittle spuds.
and then some lemon.
Did you just forget the name for the oven?
the name for oven?
You forgot what it was called?
Yeah,
Like,
I did
the
it.
hot box.
the hot box. I mean,
Was
fuck.
this the 1600s? Like,
Oh, just throw it in the hot box and heat it up for later. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's been all right week, man. I've been looking forward to recording with Hugo and.
You've actually been dying to have them on.
I'm here.
Yeah, I've been telling you. We were messaging.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was drunk or what. But he's like, I'm fucking ready, dude. And I was like, I'm fucking ready too. Okay, when am I coming? I'm like, I don't know. I gotta figure this shit out, James. And I pass it on.
Yeah.
I started it and then just passed the buck.
And now
Here
he's
we
here.
are, and here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I drink a cold beer in Marcus's room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I woke my girlfriend up on it was like 8:30 I think on Saturday, and you ever wake up and you just forget what day it is, like every now and then.
I mean, I
Oh, yeah. Like what he just said. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, I thought it was a Friday, and I think the reason that this happened was because she had previously, I think that week, woke up late, like an hour, and she was like, "Oh shit," And so like I didn't want that to happen again. So I woke her up and I was like, babe, I was like, it's 8:40, and like she turns around, she's like, who gives a fuck? Like it's fucking
Oh, you thought
Saturday.
you had to take the kids to school?
Yeah, and I thought she was late for work, and so
She's like, I'm calling it. Yeah,
She was like getting ready.
I've seen those. Are you good?
yeah.
I've seen those on TikTok where they
Yeah.
fuck with the kids.
Yeah.
Those are pretty good, man. I'd like to see James do that to his kids. It'd be funny. He's like, dude, you're freaking late. That one, he woke his little brother up, and he's like, hey man, you're late for school. So he lets his little brother get ready, he, like combs his hair, and he's like, go catch the bus. And he walks outside. He's like, I'm just fucking with you.
That's
Get
so
back.
mean.
Dude, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, and you know his ass couldn't go back to sleep, dude.
Oh,
Like once you're
Not
up,
at
dude.
all.
Like after that, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, dude, I've been going to bed at like 6:30 and 6:45
Why?
every fucking day for the past week. I don't know, dude.
On average, how much
Crystal-
sleep do you get
Like,
per
so it's
night?
at bedtime already?
I get way too much sleep. Like I get so much sleep that I wake up feeling hungover sometimes.
Really?
So I'm just,
Yeah.
and then I wake up at 3 in the morning to take my piss, and then I'm just like up, and I'm like, dude, if I don't go back to sleep, I'm gonna be fucking dying. But Crystal said I'm starting to become an old man because she was gonna walk the dog, and I was like, okay, I'm fixing to make some popcorn. We're gonna watch a movie, and I put the leg down on my recliner, and she walks in, and I'm sitting like this.
That was it.
With my mouth open, just pass the fuck out. She's like, dude, are you fucking serious? You're just sitting straight up. I was like, I'm sorry. She's like, just go to bed. I was like, nah, dude. And I ended up staying up till like 9 and then went back to bed.
Yeah, I realized you go to bed pretty early. That's why when I started watching that documentary yesterday, it was like I think it was like 6 something, but I was like, oh, let's check it out. But then when I was done, it was like 8:30, and I was like, nah, he's in bed already. I'm not gonna tell him to watch it. We'll just tell him about it.
Oh, yeah. So I told him last night we were texting. I was like, dude, I'm about to crash. And I'm surprised he didn't say anything because it was like 8 o'clock.
Yeah, 7:30.
But that documentary
It
was
was
like 2
7:30?
hours
Yeah,
long.
that's
It
a
was
good 2
really
hours.
long. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was really surprised.
Dude, it was 7:30?
Yesterday? No, I don't know.
Motherfucker, dude. I got to get my shit together. I just can't stay up that late.
Why not?
My old roommate, he used to stay up till like 4 o'clock in the morning. We had to be at work at 7. He'd stay up till 4. We'd leave and go to work by
Jeez.
5. He'd get like an hour of sleep. It'd be totally fine all fucking day. But I'd bust his ass sleeping in the truck.
Right.
Like walk up on him. He's laid back with plans in his lap. I'm like, bro, you tired? Yeah, I should have went to bed earlier.
You're like, yeah, no
Or like
shit.
we got something really fucking important to do, and he's like, it's like midnight. He's playing games. I'm like, dude, you know we got to get up in like 3 or 4 hours. Oh, I'll be okay. I just need an hour of sleep.
Yeah.
Me, I'm like, I need my full 12.
Yes.
I mean,
12 hours,
I
dude.
literally get at least 8 to 9 hours of sleep a night.
Yeah.
But they say like you're a grown ass man, you need less sleep, right?
I
I don't know if I agree with that.
I don't know if it's necessarily. Well, I don't know any of the science behind it, right? But I don't know if it's necessarily supposed to be 8 exact hours. I think it's just as long as you rest.
Yeah.
Because
I
there
never
are times.
feel rested.
Well, there are times after like a nap that I'm like, oh yeah, dude, I'm ready to go. Like I'm ready to do this all night.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I've taken like a good, like hardly ever, but I've taken a good like
That's funny.
10, 15, maybe 20-minute like nap on my lunch break at work sometimes, and I'm just like, fuck, I feel energized. But
Yeah.
I feel like that's hardly ever, you know.
Dude, anytime I take a nap, like, well, I mean, besides being hungover, I can sleep like a motherfucker hungover. But I mean, if I wake up and on a Sunday, it's like 1:30 and 2 o'clock, I start getting tired. But if I fall into that nap and I wake up, I feel fucking like kind of disoriented for the next 4 hours. Like I feel like I feel hungover.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I don't know. I might have a problem.
With what?
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know with rest.
They say that, yeah, I mean, you might want to get it solved because
You
apparently
got sleep apnea.
that's like the number one, like it's like one of the worst things you can do. One of the worst things that's bad for you is like not getting enough sleep per night.
That's
Can,
why.
like,
Is
really
that why
fuck you
tweakers
up.
live forever?
They
Pretty
look
much.
like
He
they're,
just laughed.
they look like they're knocking on that door.
They're just
Right?
fucking. That's what they're real fucking walking.
They're
Dead do.
already half zombie. You know, at that point, yeah.
So you
Austin.
good, man?
Austin takes grandpa naps. That's what Bam Bam said.
They're fucking 8 hours at a time.
Yeah, you take a sleep, not a nap. Man.
Oh, dude, at work, I could be straight with just at a stoplight, fall asleep for 30, 40 seconds, then wake up. Damn, what time is it? How long did I sleep?
Is it tomorrow? Yeah.
Is it Wednesday?
It's in the morning.
What's your name, Sonny?
Any after effects from that chip? Nah, I shit it out the next morning. I don't know if
Did it
was
hurt?
necessary. Nah. I mean, I had
It's all.
It was like lava.
Couple ice on my just the jump.
You just
In your asshole.
put an ice pack on your butthole.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why. That's a horrible image, but I can picture that shit.
Evelyn with some science. That's because we're not supposed to sleep 8 hours straight. Humans are supposed to sleep 1 to 3 hours a couple of times a day. Nice.
Text my boss that.
Yeah, right. Like I always said, if nap time was a thing in high school, I would have been fucking valedictorian. Oh yeah.
Don't in like China or something like that. If you fall asleep, that shows like a good work ethic. Or Japan. I don't know. Somebody check me on that shit.
We need to get
James is a fucking apex killer, dude. I'll be up drinking by myself at like 4 a.m. I'm like, what's up, dude? What are you doing? Just on the game. Oh, should have fucking figured.
Yeah, JD and Evelyn, we need to get some Among Us going on again.
I downloaded it on my phone.
Dude,
It kind of faded.
Oh.
You're faded.
I wish.
So Among Us, it's really crazy how it ended up becoming like this really huge thing all of a sudden.
Because JD streamed it that one time.
Right. No, I was at home. I went home for a little bit, and one of my cousins, her son, I think he's like in 5th grade or something like that. He was playing this game, and he kept playing it, and I could see him like with his little headset, like talking on it. I was like, "Oh, what are you playing?"
Or on the game?
On a
Console.
Computer.
Oh.
And I was like, "What are you
it's
playing?"
only on the computer, right?
It's on the computer. I think on your phone. Yeah.
I got it on my phone.
Yeah.
I just don't know how to play it. Yeah,
I've never played it. I want to play it.
It's doing it. It's fucking me up. Sorry.
Yeah. Is it?
It's like going in and out on my right side.
Oh. Yeah. He was playing it, and I was like, "What the hell is this thing?" And then sure enough, he's like, "Oh, I'm playing this game Among Us," and yeah, I'm like, "Holy crap! That's the thing my little cousin was showing me." It definitely was a moment where I was like, "Am I out of tune with what's cool? Like, why am I just not finding out about this? What's wrong?" You know?
So I tapped into like I joined a game or whatever. I don't know how to fucking set it up. First thing I did is I started talking shit. I was like, "It's the orange motherfucker." That's all I just started saying, and then I got kicked off.
Kicked you instantly.
Yeah.
I don't know how to play.
Me neither.
Teach me.
I haven't tried it yet.
Last night, one of the top female Twitch streamers, Pokimane, was playing with
Pokimane?
AOC. Yeah.
Is it a female?
Am I saying that wrong? Yeah.
She's a porn star.
She's
a porn star that does that?
Direct me to where this is at.
That's that one I sent you.
She's just hot.
Pokey Princess. That's the one I'm thinking of.
But yeah, she was playing Among Us last night with AOC and some of the other representatives to bring awareness to go vote and all that stuff.
Oh, cool.
So I was checking it out for a little bit. It was pretty cool. Something different.
Right. Yeah.
Your boys, dude. Get your boys. I'm sorry. I get distracted reading the comments.
Those are our fans.
I haven't even seen what people are saying. Let's see.
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I want to play, dude, because I watched JD that play that night. What's it? Me and you watching them?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know that the whole concept of it really. I didn't really read anything, because I never do that on games. I just go through it. But I really want to get an Xbox again.
Yeah, she is awesome. Jessica knows who she is.
Pokey Princess?
No.
She don't do porn no more. She got a kid.
All right.
Imagine that shit.
That's okay.
Imagine that shit, dude. You did porn and your kid's like, "Mom, they're at school soon. They seen you in a video."
I'll ask you a Pops and Shots question. Top 5 porn stars and why?
I don't know.
Does it just have to be 5?
Oh, damn.
Hugo's like, hold on.
I have a couple of ties.
My turn the volume, bro. It's a little low.
Who?
How about no?
How about Scotty No? Is that right? How about Joe No? Joe No.
Okay, that should be good. Okay. My daughter started junior high on Monday. I dropped her off for her first face-to-face
Dang.
day. And it was like, I was like, fuck, dude. Just dropped her off for
Did
junior
you get a little emotional?
On the way, like leaving, I was just thinking because I was like
so
I wanted to be like, hey, give me a hug and all that shit, and hey, have a good day. But like as she's getting older, she's 11, so as she's getting older, like I'm learning to not baby her so much, and because I don't want them to be fully dependent on me, through their whole lives. So, you kind of let go, but at the same time, like, and then I go pick her up and I see her there waiting. And I'm just like, dude, you're like so like you're still a little kid to me,
Yeah, of course.
So,
yeah.
but 6th grade is
it's
considered junior high, but it's like that line to where
like preteen
Yeah.
and yeah.
Those are crazy times. I remember being in 6th grade.
I remember being at the junior high. I thought it was so grown.
Dude,
I got a limo to the LTX one time.
How'd you get a limo?
My friend, my dad's friend had one, and he told me in KG if we watched it, we could use it. And I was like, dude, fucking LTX tomorrow. Let's watch that bitch. LTX is like an event that they used to do at the junior high for the kids to come, and they had like video games and basketball and like different inflatables and shit. And you go,
Oh, cool, nice.
it's like I don't know, it's like a program for kids on the weekends to keep them from doing drugs, but a lot of kids probably went stoned.
Ooh.
Still,
Yeah, LTX. Oh yeah, you go over there to like make out, do things
Yeah,
for like
like,
2-3 hours.
it's like a
whatever.
dance, dude. Every other weekend, right?
Yeah, but they had like PlayStations in the cafeteria.
Beat-pound projector.
It was a really
that was
cool-
like the first. Like it was nice, dude. It
Yeah,
was
it
cool.
was a cool thing.
I don't even know if they do shit like that no more. Well, I mean, of course, right now they don't. But
Yeah.
Well, yeah, certainly not now.
Vicky was at LTX being a traviesa.
she
up,
was
Steve?
over there in the fucking locker rooms. With
Steve, you
homeboy.
eat up that cheesecake? There's a lot of pissed off people. They wanted that cheesecake, which I think we're gonna be doing next week. Another cheesecake
I
giveaway.
thought we were gonna do one this week.
He said bi-weekly.
Oh,
think-
that's 2.
Yeah, I think
I'm
the-
fucking with you.
Enzo's gonna be an official sponsor. So.
Wait, I'll buy a bottle. I'll buy a bottle and give a bottle away.
Okay.
We're gonna give a good bottle away though. I mean,
Nice.
I need a shit ton more people. Like I'm picky, dude. I'm not gonna just buy a good ass bottle of motherfucking 42 Don. You know what I'm saying? And just give that shit away to anybody. Is that what 1942 Don and Julio?
I don't know.
The big brown bottle that's like $175.
Yeah, that one. And
Yeah.
is it? I don't remember what it's called, but yeah.
I got it. I need a motherfucker to do a backflip before they pick that shit up too.
Right, you gotta work for it.
Like yeah, I'm gonna send you to Hugo's house and make you earn this check,
Right,
motherfucker.
that's right. I'm not easy. Well, it depends.
Maybe after a few more beers.
I don't know that I'm gonna buy the 1942, but I'll definitely buy a bottle and we'll give that shit away.
So my daughter started junior high, and then that same day, my son turned 9. It was his birthday, and then my other son, which is my stepson, but still my son, he turned 10. So we now have an 8, a 9, a 10, an 11, a 13, and a 14-year-old.
Damn.
You're getting up there in age, dude.
Yeah, so are they.
I mean, for your kids.
I was just
Next thing
thinking,
you
I was
know, they're
like,
gonna be yelling out of the restroom, "Dad, bring your toilet paper."
I was like, dude, one day we're gonna have a 17, a 16, a
Oh,
14, a 13.
You're gonna have to buy
and a
cars
12.
all at once, dude.
Fuck no, dude.
You're gonna give them a fucking jalopy and be like, "You're all sharing it."
Well, everybody at the junior high has phones and shit, so, they all want phones. I'm like, dude, like,
Oh.
you're in a fucking family of 6 kids. Like, it's just.
Who are you
I
gonna be
mean,
calling?
Yeah.
Hey, you call
right.
me.
You better get you an
Yeah.
Obama phone.
I'm going to give them one of those brick phones they can just all share. Like
Right.
an old fashioned
Hey,
one.
get them like a Nextel that way they could all. Where you at?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm just going to give them walkie talkies. Hand them over there. That should be in
I-
range when I pull up.
When I have kids, they won't get real cell phones.
Yeah.
I mean, they won't get smartphones. My kids ain't gonna have the fucking internet until like 14.
Why?
Cause fucking kids are evil. I was a kid once. I mean, the shit that I would have been doing on my phone whenever I was that young, if I had a smartphone. Good
Shit.
lord, dude. I mean,
You
not
made
just
mistakes once?
But
I said, you made mistakes once?
oh, plenty, dude. But I mean, like, I don't know. I'll tell you later. There's some shit that I heard about a young woman that I cannot believe this fucking girl was doing this shit. And it's just insane, dude. And
Yeah.
then just there's so many fucking fucked up people out there in this world that don't know where to draw the line and don't know how to say that is a fucking child and that is inappropriate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no shit. Like I had this conversation with my sister because my niece, she really wanted a phone last year, and so she got her phone for her birthday. And ever since then, like, she is just completely addicted to that thing. And dude, I mean, I told my sister, look, you're gonna have to just run the in and outs of everything about having a phone,
Well, I was gonna say, don't they have like certain fucking what do they call it, cell providers that you can like restrict everything on the fucking phone to where,
Yeah.
like, yeah, you can have Facebook, but it's gonna be monitored or it's
Yeah.
like I mean, you would think that with the technology that they have now, that they have something that's gonna be like, hey, there's your fucking child's private messaging some creeper dude and sending
right.
pictures.
Well, I think as far as actual messages and stuff, I don't know if that's
'Cause
necessarily
of privacy
monitored, right? And I told my sister, I was like, look, I mean, of course, with all due respect, this is your kid, you do whatever you want, but I very much am a father figure to my niece, and I tell her, give her the privacy, trust her enough, because at the same time, you have to build trust. to her.
You have to take your insecurities and not let it.
100%. You have to like also like respect the fact that she's gonna have private conversations. None of them, you know, I shouldn't say none, but most of the time they're probably not gonna be bad. But there might be an occasion where it is, you know. And my point of view is, I don't like this idea of like viewing stuff and like viewing negative things that we do and shaming us for them. Granted, if you're soliciting something that you know is inappropriate, regardless of what it is, yes, you need to understand that that's not okay. But at the same time, if you are solicited, like I told her, let's say somebody messages my niece and they want something inappropriate from her.
Their house.
I told her, I'm like, what you need to remind her is that you can send that, but you have to deal with every single ounce of consequence that comes from it. You know, if you decide to do that, that's your choice. But if that shit starts to go through all his little friends, and it starts to make its way on the rounds,
little boys are horrible, dude.
Which it will.
Which it will. I'm like, that is your problem. You did that. You know. I mean, granted, let's hope it doesn't get to that. But still, you know, I'm like, it's better to. I'm all about inform them. Don't like deny them of that. That information.
Apparently, I'm gazing deep into your eyes.
It's enjoying the
conversation.
You know,
I can feel it, dude. It's cool.
Yeah, it feels great. That's what I vibe off of. You know?
It's a good conversation.
Yeah, man. With that is, dude, I just think of like how I was whenever I was a little boy, and just
how were you? We have time.
It's just my fucking mind was gross, dude. You know what I mean? Like I'm a grown man now, and it's pretty sick too. But
sure, yeah.
I mean, even then, like, there was no limits to the shit that I probably would have asked a little girl. You know what I mean?
I mean,
I feel weird saying that now, being grown, but I mean, being a young child, like,
sure, being their age,
being that age, like, they don't have no filter to be like, my friend says he wants to see a picture of your foot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it would be other things, and I don't want to say that.
Well, that's what I would teach my niece. I'm like, cool, send me $5. Send me a selfie. I'm like, cool.
Yeah, I think 6th grade definitely.
Send me an Amazon gift card. You know?
Yeah.
Like, it's all about the trade.
Yeah, 6th grade's definitely where stuff started. You know, it wasn't, at least for me, like, I stopped really paying attention to just the book work and stuff like that. And I, you know, started hanging out with friends and thought doing other things was more important, you know?
I mean, that's normal.
I enjoyed school, but I was a fucking shit, dude. And I know I was. I wish I would have. I mean, of course, we all now like think back. Like, I wish I could go back and talk to myself and be like, "Hey, pay attention, motherfucker," because you could probably not be dealing with shit and working at like an engineering job or something if you would have put your nose to the grindstone instead of fucking dicking off with your stupid ass friends that ain't doing shit.
I think it's crazy too because like when you have kids like and they're going through like what you went through, and then you it's almost like you're trying to reach out to your old self, but you know you're like they don't understand though. And, you know, when we were kids, I know, like, my mom and other people, they'd be like, you need to plan for college, you need to do this and this. I'm like, I'll do it when I'm ready, Now I'm over here 31. I didn't decide to go to college, but they've been through stuff that it's hard to believe that they were once our age, you know, and that they're trying to tell us, like, hey, I've been there, do this, do that, but you're just like,
can I tell you the same my grandpa and my dad told me? I think I might have said it. If mine eyes have seen further than yours, it's because I'm standing on the shoulders of giants, and that's basically what James said is our parents have been there already.
Yeah.
So instead of grabbing the hammer and pounding myself in the face with it, my dad's going to tell me, hey, that's going to hurt. Don't do it. I've done it before.
Yeah.
Or my dad told me not to do it. So now James is trying to tell his kids, you know, what he's learned from his parents, what he's also learned on his own. And now they're just like, you're just my dad.
Right, yeah. What do you know? You don't understand
You play fucking Apex all night.
Oh, damn.
Right.
Fuck no, dude.
But I think that also...
I'm just talking shit, but, you know, like...
You have a point. Like, to me, that still kind of crosses into this whole idea of shame culture and how we tell our kids, you know, if you don't do that, you're not going to be able to go to college. I'm like, but that doesn't make you a bad human. That's fine. If you didn't go to college, whatever.
Just means you're not
you
gonna
know?
have debt.
Oh my god, don't even get me started. Yeah. I mean, it really is that. Like I've told I very much like look over both of my nieces, and I tell my brother and sister, and I'm like, let them pretty much be interested in whatever they're interested in, of course, within reason. You know, like if one of my nieces wants to be on her phone all day long, well, yeah, you probably shouldn't do that, you know, because, I mean, you need to understand that there's a balance to life.
Yeah, because then you create screen dependency and shit.
100%, you know, and then it's like you're not going to be able to really be social, and some of those things are helpful later. I'm not saying that it's the cookie cutter way that it should be, but it is helpful, you know, like right now when y'all were talking about, you know, your school experiences. So do you remember that one kid that like was involved in everything? The one that was like,
oh yeah,
you know,
he's like 6 figures now,
does all kinds of, you know, all of the extracurricular activities, does like, you know, all the sports, was like teacher's pet and all that shit.
Yeah, that was you.
What's up, y'all?
What's up?
You're looking at him.
You made it, dude. You made it to the podcast finally.
I was my school's class president sophomore, junior, and senior year.
Super, dude. That's cool.
Absolutely. I was in student council. I was most popular. Also, sophomore, junior, senior, and senior
voted
year.
Voted
most popular.
Damn, G.
Senior year,
I've been friends with somebody popular.
Senior year, I was most popular, Mr. Del Rio High School, and most likely to succeed.
You get homecoming king?
No, I was homecoming prince.
Oh, I thought you would say homecoming queen. I'd be like, fucking perfect. I was homecoming queen.
Yeah, but I attribute it to that. I always recognize, like, dude, I know I'm the annoying motherfucker that everybody's just kind of like, oh, who was involved in this? What a surprise. But I always stayed true to the real ones. Like, my cholo friends from elementary, I still talk to them to this day.
I was going to say, did you make super good grades too?
I was okay in school. I wasn't, well, I take that back. I actually was pretty all right. I wasn't top 20 or anything like that, but... You know, that there's I don't know if it's still around, but Texas had a law where if you were top 10% of your class, you were automatically accepted into any public university.
Really?
I was like 1 or 2 away from the cutoff.
I was top 225. We had 240 in our class.
Yeah.
Top
weight,
what? 225?
Your weight or
pounds?
Yeah. Like,
No.
are we talking weight? Or,
I was saying 225 people, and there's only 240. So I went the dumbest one.
You weren't the dumbest, actually. We were it was like 560 something, and I was like 55 or 54 in my class.
Like,
so
you brag much?
A little bit.
That's all right. Hey, be proud of that shit, dude. Everybody liked you a lot.
I get proud of it in the sense of like, it's what I wanted to do, and I knew that if I needed to do it, cool, dude. You got to get the grades. You know, and I did fuck up.
Yeah, because you had to, because UIL, you had to stay up with everything, right?
Yeah, and I did.
What sports did you play?
UIL was my, like, that was my number one thing. The sports I did, I was in track and field. I threw shot put and discus. And my senior year, I was on the swimming team.
Damn, what is that? Dude, we barely had a city pool, bro.
Well, for us too. The thing is,
the pond over there.
We had to go like train at the Air Force base to use their pool. What? Yes, Del Rio. For you don't know, Del Rio is actually the busiest pilot training base in the country.
That's fucking cool, dude.
Yeah, it was nice, but at the same time, it kind of sucked because you'd make all these friends, and they're like, "Oh, I'm moving to Virginia tomorrow." You're like, "Oh, damn. All right, bye." Yeah,
because they all went to school there for military stuff, military brats.
Right.
Oh, not brats, but
that's what they're called, military brats. But yeah, so Del Rio was home to that, but so I did all of that, but I did in UIL, I did like the academic stuff, and I was
what's the one where you do debate? What's it called?
Debate?
I think there's debate, and there's another one too.
The debate team,
there's
right?
there's like an actual word
there's
like a club for it.
I don't remember.
Apparently everyone on Facebook's now a professional debater.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh, that's my JS, dude.
That is my thing. I'm like, cool. Debate all you want, say whatever you want. You can have your opinion. Nobody's getting mad at you at that. But if you start stating stuff as a fact, you better believe I'm gonna ask you where you're getting that from. Yeah. Like earlier today, I haven't checked it. He responded, but I haven't checked. This dude I went to high school with, we're still friends. At the end of the day, I do like the guy. We are friends, but he is very conservative, and that's okay. You know, that's how he chooses to like live his life and vote. Nothing wrong with that. However, he shared a video of like, I guess the baby was still in the womb. It was like out. It was a C-section.
In the placenta?
And I guess I have no idea.
Like,
I think it's safe to say. I think it's safe to say I don't know very much about the female anatomy, but yeah, it was still there and it was moving. You know, and somebody decided to film it, and he was like, cool. "See, this is what Biden thinks that it's okay to terminate this baby and blah blah blah." And dude, I was like, "Okay, dude, you have to admit that is a stretch. Like that is definitely like you are really pushing just make
it. Yourself sound even more uneducated.
Because I'm like, I get, is he for abortion? I guess he's for pro-choice. You know that if you would want to have one, you can have one. Again, I'm a dude. I don't think my opinion necessarily matters in that, but whatever.
I heard that.
So to claim though that he's okay with it, like, okay, that's you're kind of crossing into the personal, because is he okay with it? I wouldn't say he's okay with it, you know, but if you're put in a situation where you have to make that kind of a decision, I mean, dude, that's a really, really tough decision.
Yeah.
I mean,
and yeah.
I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything on it.
Yeah, it's crazy, but I'm just saying.
I'm a male, and I agree with you, but I don't think. I don't know. I don't think somebody else should pay for your actions,
like
with your decision.
Who is?
You know what I mean? That don't make no sense.
Well, I think the argument is where, I mean, obviously there's some. I think it's a matter of where do you draw the line.
We don't ever talk
sure.
about
Yeah. Where do you draw the line?
Because they have the morning after pill, right?
Yeah,
do you think that baby's already, it's already destined for life and all of that shit? Like,
I don't know
how none of that shit works. I've never used it.
I mean, it even can go as far back as it's like, dude, do you realize who it would be easier for to prevent even getting that abortion? A dude.
Chop his balls off.
If you were to have a fucking vasectomy, which could be reversed, you would completely eliminate having to deal with that.
I had a guy that I used to work with that he was really young, and he had 2 kids, and his dad made him get a vasectomy.
Wow.
He was like 21 when I was working with him, and his kids were already like 3 and 4 years old.
My girlfriend pointed out this thing that someone of her friends had posted, and she was talking about, why are women the ones that take birth control, right?
Yeah.
And they're
it causes so much more problems.
So like a woman can, within 1 year, she can have 1 baby, right? 9 months. And a male, on the other hand, you can probably just go on and on and on.
Father like 9,000 children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a movie like that?
And then I was like, well, yeah, that makes sense. Like initially, like, yeah, this is the problem. Like, that can go off and just have all kinds of kids over here. But then when you think about it like this, so you're telling me that as a woman, and you're going to go out and get a little spontaneous one night, you're going to trust
a spontaneous one.
You're going to trust.
I like the way you said that.
You're going to trust a man's word that he's on birth control.
Yeah.
To
yeah, because the male's not going to be stuck with it. I mean, it kind of sounds heartless the way we're saying.
No, that's how it is.
But a male's not going to be the one stuck pregnant for 9 months and then having to take care of a child if you fucking disappear.
Right.
Yeah. You can literally you can pop off in a girl and walk off and never talk to her ever again.
All right, dude. Fucking later, bro. I left some cheesecake on the side bed.
Yeah.
On the side of the bed, it's motherfucker. It's from Enzo's cheesecake. Try out the strawberry haze, bro.
And she's like, oh, what an asshole. I'm like, but that cheesecake does look good.
Hell yeah.
Dude, Kirsty, you're insane. Men can produce over 200 children a year.
Yeah. I agree.
That's insane.
I mean, there's 365.
Yeah.
I mean, I would even push it to 365. You can
dude,
bang one girl a year.
I think
one girl a day for a year.
I'm not lying when I say this. I heard a story from a friend about his friend that he had 5 different women pregnant at the same time.
Jeez.
And they all like within months had their children. Keep that motherfucker in your pants, dude.
Yeah, no joke.
Surprised that motherfucker don't fall off if you fucking like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then, I mean, just the utmost, like, just dirtiest pieces of shit, dude, that have kids and don't fucking take care of them.
People that just don't deserve kids, just get kids. Like,
right.
I'm not trying to have 100, but I'm trying to have 1.
You should have to fill out an application.
Yeah.
And, like, all these fucking shit bags have kids, and it's like, me and Chris are like, oh, I wouldn't mind having a kid. Look at this. We're not to put our business out there.
You're going to have, like, surprise triplets the first time around.
You'll
be like,
oops. Be twins, and you come out looking like James, and I'm like, you motherfucker.
Fuck, dude.
They'll have goatees and long-ass hair. on their arms.
Clayton do a lot better than that. Oh. I want to check that grammar there, buddy.
Clayton who?
Clayton Kershaw, bro.
Oh fuck.
Y'all guys see Cardi B's IHOP titties?
I did, yeah.
I didn't actually see the original picture, but I seen the memes and I was like, yeah, I get this.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I saw it all over Twitter. I just opened up Twitter and that's all it was for a good while. I'm like, oh, all right.
Dude, the very first one I seen, it was on a private group that I'm in. It was just her titty inside of a frying pan with a fucking square of butter on her nipple.
Oh my god.
And I was like, what the fuck is this shit? It's got to be a leaked picture somewhere. So I just figured it. And then after that, next thing you know, it's just like IHOP pictures, Denny's pictures, you know.
Get some big old areolas.
They're ruthless, bro.
Like, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dude, that is like straight up deli slice pepperonis, bro.
Yeah.
Like, not even the pizza slice. It's deli slice, homeboy.
Speaking of celebrities, what's up with all these McDonald's celebrity meals?
Is there multiples?
Travis Scott.
Yeah, and then J Balvin's coming out with one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who?
J Balvin?
Isn't it like Balvin?
Balvin.
I don't listen to that shit, dude.
He's
Is he from Texas?
He is not.
I
But
listen to that
he's
shit.
He's a very famous artist.
Sing a song.
I told my
I don't
girlfriend
know.
because I was like, man, that shit actually looks good, and I was like, let's go to McDonald's. I was
What
like,
is
I'm not saying that though. Can you order?
Have
it?
you
Yeah,
tried?
right,
Have you
yeah.
tried the spicy nuggets?
Oh
No.
my god.
They're horrible.
I loved them. I thought they tasted like little hot and spices.
I was on a strike. I was on a strike from fucking McDonald's for a while, and I just barely started eating it every once in a while, like only hungover. But I took one bite, and then I told Crystal, "You think Prince's stomach would get fucked up if he eats all of these?" And I did it.
Did they? Oh, I was like,
no, I'm not gonna do my boy like that. I don't.
Right.
I don't want him to
put
have.
you none in a pup cup.
Oh, baby, they didn't have no more pup cups. You ever seen that video?
Nah.
On TikTok, like her dog's all sad in the back. Oh, baby, they were all out of pup cups.
Yeah.
Nah, dude, I'm not gonna feed my dog trash.
right.
He eats pretty good, for dog, and I'm not gonna feed him fucking spicy nuggets. But I heard the Travis Scott shit was good. But I mean, that all of it is a what?
What is it?
It's like a spicy.
Someone tell us in the comments what the Travis Scott meal is. I think it's just like menu items that were already there.
Mix
That
together,
they
like
just
the McGangbang.
They just
probably.
combined them. Yeah.
Who fucking came up with the name McGangbang? Some like 16-year-old kids like,
Of
dude,
course it was.
hey, bro. Oh, Trevor, dude. Let's fucking make a sandwich, bro. And call that shit McGangbang. And Trevor's on the other side. Dude. Hell yeah, bro.
That's exactly what it was. Yeah.
And then they let that shit out to their high school. And then it came to us in Lockhart. And we're like, let me get a McGangbang. You motherfucker, what'd you say?
Right. And their mom was driving
Tina,
them.
come out the bag.
Their mom was driving them to McDonald's. She's like, "Oh, you kids."
Yeah.
She's like, let me get the McGangbang. And she's like, what? I'm here for the Mandingo.
Trevor, I'm not gonna say that.
All right, Trevor.
Every time the kids want something like ridiculous, I'm like, I just doubt it, and I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking say that, dude. Like, I don't want
Right.
to feel like a dumbass.
Dad, ask him for the yellow nipple. He's gonna say it.
It's a quarter pounder with barbecue sauce and bacon, double meat with bacon added.
That doesn't sound that appetizing.
You know what I do? Let me put y'all on. You get the spicy mustard. You mix it with the barbecue sauce, and you dip your nuggets in it. Fire.
Just not the spicy nuggets.
Just not the spicy nuggets.
I like them.
I had a question for y'all, because I thought about it when we were talking about the cranberry juice that last 2 episodes ago, but I don't know why. I guess I just lost my train of thought. So how cranberry juice is derived from cranberries. It's called cranberry
Really?
juice. What else?
You don't say.
Apple juice. Apple juice, orange juice. So why is it that lemonade isn't lemon juice? It's just called lemonade.
Because lemonade has got sugar added to it.
I'm like,
Doesn't every juice?
And water.
Doesn't every juice?
Well, lemon juice is lemon juice. I got some in the fridge. You want to try?
Yeah, I know, but why isn't lemon juice lemonade? You know what I mean?
I drink apple juice with no preservatives. and
What?
no
Yeah,
additives.
I think because at its like most basic form, most of the fruit juices
You
when
could
they
drink straight up.
it's just like that. Like orange juice, you don't need anything else. It could just be oranges.
that
and-
motherfucker's
yeah.
tart.
Right, but I guess lemonade maybe is a specific drink.
Lemonade, you aid the lemon with the motherfucking sugar and the water, dude. Could you drink straight up lemon juice? Like,
You
as a
just
beverage?
bit into them as a kid.
Yeah,
That's when they
I
knew they were
actually
like.
did.
You know, yeah.
I used to
Yeah,
I used to
Grandma,
play
they're
them
good.
like a fucking like a dick.
Use a
I
what?
used to peel them, like, you know, take all the skin off,
Like
Throw
a
salt
dick?
on
and
it.
I would just put salt all over it, and it'd be like,
Seeds and everything.
Yeah.
Just shitting out
it was fucking good.
lemon
Yeah,
trees.
and that's when you're like, but you were doing it at school, so they'd be calling home, and they're like, we need to talk to you about James.
Yeah.
James is over here deep throwing lemons. Home.
They're
Balls
like,
in his mouth
does
at
he
home.
have bad grades? No, his grades are fine, but
He has
he's
bad
been
manners.
eating whole lemons.
My dad does that shit, and my nephews do it now too.
Yeah.
Like get the slice and then peel it off and eat it.
What is
That's horrible for
you
your
know
teeth.
that lemon
Oh,
juice
it's-
that
that's it.
like lemon juice that you buy at HEB where it comes in like the plastic shake lemon. Like what is
You know how
that?
many- you know
It's
how many-
not lemon juice.
Yeah.
What is
yeah,
that?
it is, dude? Yeah. Lemon lime, dude. Lemons, limes. Yeah, it's lemon juice. You know how
Yeah.
many fucking lemons you got to get to fill up that big
Yeah,
ass
it'd be a
one?
lot.
My
Yeah.
dad gets a big ass one and he like mixes with water. Like, dude,
Same
you know
thing
how
with
many-
oranges. I mean, when you want like fresh orange juice, that's a lot of oranges.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Think about how many.
I wanted to make one of the make a lemonade, like fresh lemonade. So I bought one of the squeezer things. I fucking shattered that bitch.
No
the first
shit.
time.
Yeah.
I fucking squeezed it out. Bah!
Oh, you
Chris
so,
was like, "You
just-
motherfucker,
you
you
so
broke it." I
strong.
was like, "Girl, look what I did."
You so strong.
And it was all fucking aluminum cast.
She was just looking at you like, "Oh, baby, do it again."
And I was like,
You so
"Ugh."
strong,
Take
baby.
the shirt off when you do it.
All right, guys, you ready to piss some people off?
Let's do this.
Uh oh, what are we talking about?
Let's talk about what's it called? Totally
Um,
Under Control.
Totally under
I'll
control.
follow y'all.
Yeah.
Documentary on Netflix. By who?
No, on Hulu.
Yeah. Hulu. That's why we have you here to correct me.
Yeah, there you go.
Documentary on Hulu. Do you know who it's by?
I do not,
Okay.
but by Hulu.
Some guy went in on me last night on Facebook, and he was all like, let me see. I'll look it up real quick. Totally Under Control. And Austin just left. Directors Alex Gibney, Ophelia something, and Suzanne Hillinger. Written by Alex Gibney. So I posted it on Facebook yesterday that I watched that and I was gonna be talking about it on the podcast today. And one of my friends who's a hardcore Trump supporter, he's actually he believes in that conspiracy theorist theory QAnon.
QAnon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like, Alex Gibney's a liberal piece of dog shit who blah blah blah, and I was all like, okay, like, you know, I just put that I was watching this, like, you know what I mean, and it just got so offended.
Because everybody knows that there is an element to truth in all of this. I mean, again, like we were saying before we started, I'll even admit it is definitely borderline propaganda in that they had an image of what they wanted the documentary to sound like.
Yeah.
You know? However, a lot of it are just facts that exist. It's just things that really happened that you can't deny it, you know, at all. Like this is really what happened, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just sorry, not sorry if it bugs you, but oh shit.
Got you.
Lime juice
Yeah.
from
Is
concentrate.
is it taking you back to your days of eating?
No.
Throw some salt and eat that
Yeah,
bitch.
right, yeah.
Fuck no.
He's like,
Oh,
yeah, right, yeah.
sounds like you're eating an apple, dude. You ever
He
seen those?
does,
on
yeah.
TikTok? Just fucking bit into an apple.
So yeah, the documentary starts, and you know, my brother was like, "Hey, check this out. It's about the pandemic and all of that." And I was like, "Cool," because I find the whole coronavirus thing. It's just it's crazy, you know. And I can't say I don't remember this ever happening. Well, at least in my lifetime, you know. I guess 1918 with the what was it at the time?
The Spanish flu?
The Spanish flu, yeah. And so yeah, so I checked it out, and I fucking love documentaries first of all, and I really appreciate them, you know, because they teach you and you can learn all of this stuff. And yeah, if you're voting for Trump 2020 in the comments. But anyways, they just explain how basically, dude, like, I mean, me, you know, people know me, I'm a big believer of science, and how could you not, you know, like, science has gotten us to where we are today, you know, with technology and the rockets flying up and the research of all kinds of stuff. And
I heard they put a man on the moon.
I heard that was a hoax.
Yeah.
So
I'll believe it when I see it.
science is like and the basis of science. So you're like you know, like right now, for instance, oh, I feel wind coming above me. Oh, I think it's this fan right here. So, you know, you go and you prove, you know, you basically go through, you come up with a theory, and you go through a number of things to try and prove yourself wrong. And, you know, you're trying to prove your theory wrong. And then once you're like, oh, okay, you know, I can't, so it must be this. My theory must be correct or whatever. And then it has to go through a review of your peers, you know, before it gets published, you know.
Right.
And so I don't know how it, like, I don't see how one can ignore that. And that's exactly what goes on in this documentary is Trump is just ignoring the science and, you know, yeah, I don't know.
And that's where I'll say it borderline is propaganda because they're not getting his response, nor do I ever think that he would want to participate in that. But that's where it's like, to be completely fair and neutral journalism, you have to get the other side's like point of view. There's no way of being completely fair without taking that into consideration. And that is one of the things that most, you know, like whenever you're fighting for something, regardless of what, you know, position you take on it, that's usually one of your biggest platforms to fight for, is you're saying like, oh, well, if only you knew the real story. And I'm like, okay, Josh, who still lives in my hometown and works at Walmart,
he's calling him out.
What do you know that I don't know that the world does, but you apparently seem to know?
They got the inside
you know?
scoop.
And that's where I'm like, again, there is no Josh. I'm just making that up. Or is there?
Fucking Trevor.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying, you know. You can believe whatever you want and you can say whatever you want, but the thing is, if you're just going to make that kind of a statement and not have a source to back it up, it kind of makes me not want to engage with you or really believe you. Yeah. Because that's tough. You know, and I've asked somebody, where did you find that? I think you can look it up on your own time. And I'm like,
of course.
I got it. Thank you so much.
That just goes to tell you right there that they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Yeah.
But
or they heard something about something from somebody else that heard something from something that they saw on TikTok.
Like, but it fits their narrative.
Yeah.
You know, because they're like, look at, you know, Hunter Biden and blah, 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 blah. I'm like,
he's
okay.
a fucking cocaine.
So you're talking about things like,
he likes cocaine. He hangs out with Trevor and does coke in a bus barn.
Like, I work in entertainment. Let me tell you right now. Cocaine, please. that is the least of anybody's.
That's a pussy drug.
That is the least of anybody's worries. Anyway, yeah, people. Okay, like talking about Hunter Biden, right, and like all of his problems, whatever. I'm like, cool. So, talking about some lump sum of cash that he apparently got, and what did he get it for? Blah blah blah. So we're not going to talk about the fact that Ivanka Trump and I believe her husband and Donald Jr. are like shadow banned from most of the charity world for taking money that was originally for cancer research. This is proven. They got in trouble for it and they got called out for it. And we're not going to talk about that either. Oh, okay. But we'll talk about Hunter Biden because it fits what you're describing. If it's your narrative. Got it. Yeah.
Yep.
But I mean, this documentary just really pointed out it became politicized so quickly right away that, I mean, it was just almost unavoidable.
Yeah.
You know, and it's really unfortunate because people died. And it was downplayed so much. And don't get me wrong, I kind of see that point of view. To downplay it and not make everybody go crazy. Yeah. I get that because it's like, you know, let's say there's something up with like, I don't know, like, it's Christmas morning and you can't find any of the Christmas gifts that Santa brought. Wink. And your kids are like, "Where are all the presents?" And you're like, they're on their way. What are you talking about?
That sounded like brats.
They're on their way. Like they're over here. You didn't see the presents? They're right there. You know, like, see,
hold on. Dad got drunk last night and forgot them in the trunk.
Yeah. Oh, Santa left him in the trunk.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Santa.
They're all in the front yard.
Silly
Dad
Santa.
got drunk and me and him got in a fight.
But yeah, I mean, it's that kind of mentality where I can understand that you didn't want to downplay it, or that you wanted to downplay it to not cause like chaos.
Yeah.
But dude, this was not the thing to downplay at all. You know?
Yeah. Just I think a couple of days ago, or it might have been last week, he was doing a rally because apparently he's holding daily rallies now, and he was like,
"If you vote, funny they call it a rally.
If you vote for Biden, Biden is gonna listen to the scientists. He's gonna lock the country down, and he's gonna listen to the science." It's like,
and people are there like, "Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a
That's a
question.
good point.
I have a
Oh,
question
they just
about this.
Yeah, they erupted. Yeah. And it's like, wow.
This show that y'all watch. You think it's convenient that it came out during the debate? I mean, during the election process. I mean, not debate.
Well, the one thing that kind of leads me to believe that it was already going to come out anyway was that there was no mention there was a mention, but there was no like video explanation of the fact that Trump got COVID. It ends and there's a slate that comes up and says the day after we finish filming this, or we finish like producing this documentary, Donald Trump tested positive for coronavirus. Which, in case y'all forgot, Donald Trump tested positive for coronavirus, and his
but
wife
they didn't test him for cocaine.
and his wife still has a lingering cough. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Quoting him directly, talking about coronavirus, which he did. Look it up. But yeah, to me, one of the most like interesting parts was that he was so adamant on having American companies mass produce PPE, personal protective equipment,
Yes.
to send off to other countries who needed it, selling it up, marking it up at higher prices, not understanding that we needed it, had other places buy it, and then when we did need it, they were buying it back already at the marked up price.
Yeah.
Like, he did that.
Yeah.
He knowingly did that. I'm like, and you want to talk about being good for the economy? Sis, no.
Yeah.
Like, that was a stupid ass move.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. I cannot comprehend why somebody would still not recognize that fact and be like, okay, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Regardless of who you want to vote for or who you believe or what kind of, platform you follow, that was a problem. And the way that this dude handled the pandemic was an absolute travesty. That alone should be reason enough for him not to be president.
Yeah.
There was like a little criticism of Obama as well in there. I saw.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
About what was it? The
It was both the
H1N1?
H1N1 and Ebola.
Yeah.
Because I think it was Ebola that he actually he didn't handle well.
Yeah. Yeah.
That it cost the U.S. some money and.
Did it come to the States? I don't remember.
Ebola?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was here. It didn't spread like this.
It was like less than 100,
but
wasn't it?
It wasn't a lot.
I think it was in the hundreds. The death rate, I think.
I don't remember, but it certainly wasn't compared to this.
Fucking super serious.
Yeah. Oh. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You know my opinion on Corona and all that shit, but I just think it's really, really fucking ironic and really, really convenient. Convenient in our aspect, like I mean, for us talking shit purposes, not liking Trump, for him to get COVID right after he did the debate on him talking shit about Biden being so scared of catching it,
yeah,
and then he catches it. I was around 20s of hundreds of thousands, and then it just got greater as he talked, but then he gets it.
Dude, and
it was like within the next week, right?
It was immediately after, and honestly, I was thinking about it in a way. I'm like, okay, let's say I was on his team. How would I have marketed that to look like a good thing for the campaign?
Sorry,
it would have.
Not even feeling sorry.
It could have humanized him. He could have said like, I am just somebody else at the end of the day. I'm just some guy. And you know what? I do have access to the best medical team in the world. No question about it. I am going to live through this.
Yeah. He's the reason that... Sorry to cut you off.
No.
He's the reason that, all of it, and it's just Trump supporters that they just don't believe in fucking masks all of a sudden. You know what I mean? And they're like, and I'm like, when the fuck have you ever been opposed to masks? Like, you go to the dentist, you go to the doctor, they're all wearing masks. Why don't you tell them, take your fucking mask off, da-da-da-da-da.
Right.
At that time,
I mean, even before coronavirus, they're wearing masks.
Yeah.
So,
Now because you got this fucking guy, and it all started when, first of all, it was the CDC. I mean, they knew that the fucking stockpile was low, so they lied at first. Because I remember this, and they said, do not wear face masks. They don't do nothing. But they were saying that to save the masks for the healthcare workers, because they knew there was a fucking shortage. And then they backtracked it. Now, of course, they're like, everyone wearing masks. But then Trump, when that came out and all of that, he did his walkthrough through the facility where they were producing the mask, and the fucking live and let die was playing in the background.
That was way too perfect. It really was. He visited this factory where they're mass producing masks or I think just protective equipment in general. And the song that was playing in the warehouse was Live and Let Die. And he's just walking around.
No mask,
just completely there. Like, interesting.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I said, that could have been a moment to humanize him, and he could have said, like, I understand that I did get the best medical care, and I know now that my people need this kind of protection. Everybody needs to be having this. You know, he could have taken that and just completely taken control of the reins and said, not to admit he fucked up, but to at least be like, I get it now. Yeah. I saw it firsthand. I'm sorry that it took me getting it personally to understand it, which I think is eventually what they looked at, because they're like, if you do that, you're going to have to admit that you were wrong. Yeah. But all in all of this got completely demolished and over with when the leaked audio came out from February of him openly admitting he knew it was a problem.
Yeah.
And he knew that it was way more deadly and way more contagious. Right there, again, as soon as that came out, I don't know how any sane person can still believe what this dude is saying. Yep. And I'm trying not to get terribly like, you know, who I support and who I believe in, because I do recognize positives and negatives and everything and everybody. But if we're talking about that specifically, that's a pretty major issue. So this documentary did a good job of just kind of highlighting a lot of those things. Like I said, I think they definitely went into this documentary with a message. Like, their message was Trump fucked up and this is all his fault. Yeah. You know? It was still good because there were, like, they referenced a lot of emails that are public, you know, where in there they're talking about, like, the original tests were just for people who were showing symptoms. They're like, no, test, you know, everybody. Or no, it wasn't a test. It was the medicine, I think it was. Yeah. Hydrochloroquine?
Yeah.
It was when hydrochloroquine was becoming a thing.
They wanted him to, they wanted the FDA to put a stamp and start shipping it out immediately.
To everybody.
Immediately. Cut the red tape, get through all the lines,
and they were like, there is no scientific backing of this. Yeah. One dude in a, like, clinic in upstate New York created his own concoction of medicines, and it somehow was working. Not really tested on many people, but it worked for him. I don't know why they didn't go into much more detail with that, but anyway, so it was good.
Robert's killing it in the comments.
Yeah. And I'd like to remind people,
Ride a bicycle backwards.
You know, just one of the many problems, because I put that I had watched the documentary and then I had people in there and stuff, and, you know, I mean, I'm to that point now where I'm just like, dude, like, sometimes I'd just rather not. It depends on how you catch me, you know. Sometimes I feel like going at it. Sometimes I know there's no point. It's like, Dallas Cowboys fans, I'm not going to convince you to be a Green Bay Packers fan, and vice versa. You know, you're not going to convince me. It's almost a waste of fucking time, you know. So, you know, it's just a reminder, like, one of the main things that I feel like that is wrong right now is that, you know, you go for Trump, I go for Biden, or whoever. I don't agree with you, so fuck you, and, you know, we're not friends no more. Like, that's just the main problem.
That's
dude.
Exactly what my thing was today on Facebook.
Yeah. What happened? Go ahead.
So, James had this little segment that he was doing for a while. It was called Just JSing, which is just saying. And I text James. I was kind of fired up this morning, but I kind of dwindled down because I really energy for idiots, and I call them idiots because they're thinking in the way that they go towards things, not necessarily for their beliefs, but because other people don't see their beliefs, and that's totally wrong. And that's not what America stands for, and that's not what we stand for, and that's not what friendship should stand for. But I have a handful of friends that they all of a sudden have become political experts, not necessarily because they're Trump or Biden supporters. They've all of a sudden become politicians and knowing everything that's best for the country and best for our communities, but they registered to vote this year. they also have become somebody who stands on that point and thinks that everybody else is a fucking idiot because they don't. The other people don't stand on that point. But I know things that you've done in your past that can contradict everything that you say.
Totally. Yeah.
And that's what my post was about. And I had people on there fire me up. And yeah, I took it and I defended myself. I mean, not really defended myself because there was nothing to defend myself about. But my just JS it is you are entitled to your opinion. And just like my dad says, everybody's opinion stinks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just like assholes, because we all got them too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. You can have your opinion, Hugo. Yeah. I may not agree with it, but you're still my buddy.
Right.
James, me and James argue all the time about dumb shit.
Dumb shit.
the dumbest shit. But at the end of the day, I remember that's my homeboy, and I've been friends with this dude over 20 years, and I'm not gonna let his opinion kill my friendship with him. Yeah. I mean, my friends on Facebook aren't some of the best of my friends, but I still care for people. You know what I mean? Like a human being. Yep. And I'm not going to go on there just because you believe in this guy. And if you believe in something, put your whole heart into it. And I believe in that. But because I don't have my heart in that, don't call me a dumbass. Don't insult me and make me look stupid or try and make me sound stupid because I don't believe in the same things you believe in. Because if that was the case, we could all be at war. Yeah. You know what I mean? And nobody respects that. Yeah, because and I will say the number one people that are doing that are the people that are Trump supporters.
Absolutely, because the thing is,
it's
like,
ugly.
Nobody's trying. I'll openly say, I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm not trying to tell you that you're right or wrong. I'm just trying to give you the perspective that you're probably not wanting to look at, or that you're not wanting to. I've had the same thing where I go back and forth with people, and it gets a little heated, but it doesn't get to the point where we're like, nah, fuck you. Yeah. One time though, on one of the guys' posts, like, we were going back and forth about law enforcement. He is he's not a police officer. He works for
probation.
He's a rent-a-cop, man. He's a probation officer. He's the worst of the worst.
Oh no, he's on probation. No, no,
that's
I forgot.
My man's.
To be honest, I actually completely forgot what he does, but I know he works in law enforcement. And we were commenting, and somebody went to my page, found a picture of my Halloween costume where I dressed like a unicorn, and they commented on that picture, and they used a homophobic slur. And my friend right away messaged me and was like, I am so sorry. That is not cool. I deleted that comment. I deleted that person because that was not okay. We have our back and forth. We're, giving our perspectives. My friend, yeah. He's like, but that was not cool. Yeah. And I'm really sorry that happened.
I mean, we're all human beings at the end of the day. And we have an opinion to an extent. But when your opinion goes so far that you feel that you should say ugly things to one another and go into the deepest, darkest holes of your mind and say ugly, ugly things, bro, why are you even my friend then? That's why I said, absolutely. I fuck with everybody 100% and I don't fuck with them any less. Yeah. So if you don't feel the same back to me, don't fuck with me at all. Yeah. I mean, and that goes along the same lines as if you don't have nothing good to say to me, even after we argue, then you should just go ahead and just delete me as a friend. Not on Facebook, but in life, Yeah.
We don't have any reason to keep going if that's really how you're going to feel about me.
Yeah. And then it's crazy because after all, Democrat, Republican, whatever, we're all Americans. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, like, what the fuck?
At least we're not Christopher Columbus.
Yeah. Who?
Shout out to Brandy Hazelit from Lovey Lane Designs.
We need some merch, dude. And embroidery. Every time I see her, I just pops in my head. We need some fucking merch.
Yeah, design those badass koozies. Show me your tread lightly koozie.
Seems like there's a conversation going on in the comments too.
Oh yeah, it's more than a conversation.
That's Robert. Robert's ready to fight, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you better watch out for Christy, dude. She don't fuck around, dude.
Y'all hit up Brandy for
she's
your.
She's moving back to Texas soon. I heard, so she's ready to square up.
Y'all hit up Brandy for your face masks, shirts, whatever you need. Hit her up. She'll put it together. Yeah, good documentary though. I'd recommend watch it. Totally Under Control is what it's called.
Totally Under Control. Yeah. That's what he said multiple times. Like we got it totally under control.
Yeah, we need hoodies for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about to get cold, huh?
Well, we have
a fucking cold right now, bro.
She designed a badass hoodie for JD Gaming. I fucking want that motherfucker.
I want a Crockett Street weather for Dark Side of the Mic because we got a fucking Arctic front that's finna come.
I was
in.
about to say, I'm like,
And
we
what,
have a
and
cold
what it's
front.
gonna do, brothers, it's gonna fuck everybody up. We're all gonna get cold as tits, and our nipples gonna be sticking out. We need a warm hoodie to huddle up in.
This one hoodie she designed, it has the Among Us guy, and it says sus on top, which, you know, it's like suspect.
What's that?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you're acting suspect, bro.
I never want to catch.
But it says it says in red, and then it says JD Gaming, like in the pixelated.
I thought it was suspicious.
Yeah, it's like a short.
I thought it was suspended, dude.
Yeah.
Suspicious.
Yeah.
Suspicious.
It's making me think a lot.
I have some friends whenever they say that, like, there's a gentleman who identifies as a homosexual, and when he's speaking like this, that he's speaking in snake. Like, está hablando en víbora. Like,
that's fucking funny.
So
Slytherin.
See, we'll get into this comment real quick, and none other, Robert. And unfortunately, the left is pushing to kill babies.
Oh.
Let's just dissect that real quick. Pushing to kill babies.
Remind me real quick. How many children have died that have been detained at the border?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Killing
Because
babies.
it's been a couple of them, you know. Just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, are we talking about babies still in the womb, or, you know? I mean, and then when is a baby? Like,
I've met some annoying babies.
After you bust a load in a girl, is it a baby
The way
already?
he says it, bust a load in a girl.
I mean, it's what it
Yeah.
is. I mean, okay, after I secrete my semen from my
Thank you.
genitals
Ejaculate.
and ejaculate into a woman,
Dude.
is it a baby right then and there?
After you ice the cake, bruh.
Because I don't know. I don't name my baby
Yeah.
till, like 6 months after. Trust me, I got a lot of them.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, I think that's such a, like, that is a super divisive statement, because I mean, talk about a damn statement.
because who likes to kill babies?
Nobody.
Almost nobody.
Nobody. Or
Yeah.
even just the idea, again, kind of like circling back to this whole idea of an abortion. Who is pro-abortion? Like, when they're like, I'm anti-abortion, and I'm pro-life. Like, well, shit, I'm pro-life too.
I'm
Like,
trying to live,
what are you talking about?
motherfucker.
Yeah, me too. But like, the argument is not about living or dying, because if it's like,
Robert, we're
but
about to take your top fan.
you support the war.
This is your warning.
And like, but you support the war, right? Because let me tell you what those people do over there.
Yeah.
They're not just there, like, standing on guard, waiting
He
to,
said,
like,
talking
yeah.
about Obama starting those cages.
Yeah.
If
I
they-
mean,
if-
I didn't deny that
I
Obama started
don't
those
think
cages
that it
at
matters
all.
who the fuck put
Yeah.
them in there. I think it matters where they're at right now.
Because see, right away, because why was that comment made? Because Obama was a Democrat.
Yeah.
And
But-
that's where it fits into
And
that
so,
narrative.
if those cages are so wrong, shouldn't Trump have been the one to end the cages, right?
That sounds
kinda
about
just like,
right.
It's like, oh yeah, like.
But we weren't able to build the wall
Yeah.
because Mexico was gonna pay for
Yeah.
it.
Daniel
Oh, they
is
didn't.
retarded,
That's right.
dude.
Yeah.
Dude, Daniel just comes way the fuck from Tank Town and just brings that shit over here.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
random ass shit.
He brought up the Supreme Court justice.
I mean, it's not trying to stop. Again, I will even
He
admit.
said, "Girl, look it up."
I will even admit right here. She is super qualified to be in that position. Absolutely, she really is. But you cannot avoid the fact that she is not a neutral person, which typically a judge is supposed to be one. So when you have those strong beliefs and you're promising that you're gonna not let them interfere in your decision making, I mean, that's a big thing to do, because again, you can have your moral beliefs and feel the way you want to feel, but the law is the law, and she does. I'll speak for something that affects me personally. She advocates and comes from a background that doesn't support marriage equality. Like, so now you're telling me that I should trust this lady who doesn't think that I should be married. How do you want me to feel about that? Like, what do you expect me to respond to that? Yeah. And the idea isn't stopping her because of who she is. It's stopping this idea that when it tried to happen, it tried to happen previously, oh my God, the Republican response to that was like the second coming, of Jesus. It was like, no, we cannot do that, and that's wrong.
It's February.
Yeah. And it's like, dude, you're Lindsey Graham literally was like, you can quote me saying this, that it is wrong to, gave his full statement saying like, you can come back and quote me on that. And we're like,
but now
we're quoting you.
Yeah.
Like, we're ready to quote you now. Remember what you said?
It's been proven, like, who the fuck is Lindsey Graham? Because nobody's even paying attention to that anymore.
Yeah.
This was 9 months before the election. 9 months. And here we are, what, 2 months? Maybe 1 month away? And they're trying to just hurry up the process. It's like, I see the hypocrisy, but go ahead and do it. I'm not going to bitch about it. What the fuck ever, man.
So, and that's where I'm like, look, it is fair to listen to this idea that, well, maybe we should wait until after the election, you know, because this is certainly a ploy to make the Republican side, the conservative side, a lot stronger, which, again, I'm not saying is the wrong thing to do, but it's extremely hypocritical. And that's where it's like, so you're now accepting and opening up to the fact that you're being hypocritical.
And I would ask those guys, just at least point out that there is some hypocrisy in that. But no, it will not happen. It won't happen. Like, but
the Democrats would have done the same thing. Like,
answer
they would.
Question.
And that doesn't make it any less hypocritical.
Yeah. So
like, what are you trying to get at me with? You know?
It's ridiculous.
Everybody's gonna say, why am I not talking so much? Because I'm confused as shit.
You're listening, man. God gave you 2 ears. You listen twice as much as you should speak.
Twice as much as you speak, man. Damn, I'm fucking tired and drunk now.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's your bedtime, isn't it? Were you saying
you've been going to sleep?
You've been going to
sleep.
It
is fucking 8:17, bro. Yeah. I'm like 2 hours past my bedtime.
Well, guys,
love thy neighbor, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
Absolutely.
Quick story.
Whether you believe in the Bible or not, fucking love somebody.
I went for a run today.
Shit.
And while I was running, there was this nice lady that lived like in this house that I passed by. Yeah.
Fuck.
And she was
it always starts with the white lady.
She was a teacher, dude, somewhere. I don't remember where, but I remember her face. And she was a teacher. She is like the nicest lady. And I passed by and I saw like Trump Pence things in her yard. She looked at me, she was like, hey. And I was like, hey, how are you doing?
I have something to say after you're done.
You know, and I was like, fine, cool. And it was just like very respectable exchange regardless of... I'll admit, normally, if you have a Trump Pence sign in your yard, I think you're a fucking douchebag. But, you know, like, with this lady, you know, it just goes to where I'm like, oh, you're cool. You know, you have beliefs or whatever. But you're a nice lady overall.
So, my friends, I have a lot of fucking friends that are Trump supporters. Mm-hmm. And I'm still very good friends with them. And I still love them very much.
Same.
They talk about Trump keeping money in their pocket and making the economy so much better. And the money. This is what I've heard from them. So then I apply that to other places that I've seen that. So I see a Trump Pence sign. I'm like, they might be for money. They might be for what the idiotic shit this dude says. It might be for this, might be for that, might be for this. But when I see in a neighborhood that's predominantly poor people, and I see Trump signs everywhere in the yard, why are they for this guy? I was telling my coworker Gabriel, and I was like, that doesn't make sense. I know they're poor because they're not. I know these people, right? Why are they for this guy?
Yeah, and I mean
they're Hispanic too. Why are they for this guy?
It might just come back to like the fact that a lot of people are really easily influenced, and they tend to just vote down a completely, one-sided ticket and say, I'm going to do anything that comes up Republican. That's who I'm voting for.
Yeah, because they have the hope thinking that this Republican is going to bring more money into their pocket because they just
and that's why it's like, unfortunately, it might take a little extra work, but you do need to do the research. You do need to go through everything. And like, again, I'll come back
because they are woke. That's why they voted for him. That's what
that's a fantastic opinion, but unfortunately,
dude, as long as they're fucking woke, dude, that's it. That's all I'm supporting.
Like, you have to outweigh all of the good and bad things and look at, what is the lesser of the bad things?
Because they're going to look us up on iHeartRadio and they're going to be like, Democrat Radio or Democrat Podcast. I mean, it's not that, dude. But I just thought about that because Robert just flaming us up.
Dark Side of the Mic does not condone or support any political affiliation.
Yeah, no, we don't. We love everybody.
Did you vote already?
I voted today, actually. Yeah.
Nice.
Did you? I'm voting Saturday.
Nice.
Dude, I voted last Wednesday, but I didn't get my sticker for Instagram and all that.
Oh no?
No.
You're not gonna get a free pizza at
dude, y'all stickers pretty legit, dude.
Which one?
No. I'm thinking of a friend of mine, his Georgia sticker.
Oh, mine just says Yo vote.
You're from San Antonio. Yeah, their fucking sticker says I'm from Georgia and I voted. And it's got like a big ass peach. Georgia peaches, right?
Yeah.
Peach. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But you thought it was something else, right? It looked like a peach, but You know?
I saw the butt.
You're like, ooh, girl, what's your name?
Say Lamar.
Yeah.
The way he says
Yeah.
it, a great impression.
Yeah.
You guys got anything else?
Hold them fully responsible and couldn't even read. I said castrate rape.
Castrate.
Rapist.
Uh,
Well,
Yeah.
on that note,
I mean, that's a very heavy-handed comment, and there's a lot of ways to respond to that too. But that's kind of it, and inadvertently goes back to the whole point. And they're like, well, then have that person, you know, bury the fetus or whatever they want to call it. Like, they're trying to, but you don't want to let them.
Yeah.
That's the whole fucking point. They're trying to do that. They're trying to do it in the proper way. Or are you pro like coat hanger abortions?
you're over here fucking with the president of the debate team. He didn't already put that shit
that's
out
how
there,
they.
bro.
That's how they describe it. That like they're like, I don't want it, and that somebody comes in and this girl's about to give birth, and they're just like,
Seriously. Or they imagine like the fucking cute Gerber baby, and they're like, oh, let me rip off his arm now.
Yeah,
You
twist
know,
his neck.
and that's not
Daniel
what it is,
Espinoza,
but-
I love you no matter who you support. I'm just going to say that
You
now.
gotta show him some love, bro.
I'm trying to
I
say-
promise I won't kick you in your nuts when I see you, and I'll give you a big old hug and a kiss on the forehead.
He has some.
Yeah. My last thing to say is, you know what? In the words of RuPaul, if you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you gonna love somebody else?
I heard that.
Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Let the church say, amen.
Yeah.
Take him to church, Hugo. All right, guys. Well,
Take me
shout out time.
I'm not allowed at church, but yeah.
Shout out. My shout out today is going to this dude. It was on Pops and Shots podcast. Manny Marquez. He's a rapper. He had a very good conversation with them on their last podcast, and he has some pretty good music. I went and checked it out. So you guys go and you check him out. Manny Marquez on YouTube and Instagram. Manny Marquez 47, or I forgot what it was, but just check him out. Pretty good. You won't be disappointed if you're into that genre.
My shout out this week is to Hugo. Thank you for coming to Crockett Street, checking it out. Don't ever dab
Yeah.
on the show again.
No, I'm sorry. I'll
We
leave.
welcome you
Yeah,
with open
yeah.
arms, and I
Yeah.
hope to bring you back on again because I want you to fucking flame up fucking Robert again.
Oh,
We should have we'll come another weekend. We'll have a cookout. That's what we'll do. We'll do a family cookout. I'll bring
Georgia or what?
I'll bring the potato salad.
thought you were bringing the wieners.
I always bring that. If we're giving shout outs, I actually do have somebody I could give a shout out to.
Yeah.
So a buddy of mine from high school, Jared Lujan, I'll tag him in this. He wrote a comic book, and it just came out a couple months ago. Well, not version 2. The what's the word I'm looking for?
Episode 2.
Episode 2. Well, the next chapter.
Volume 2?
Volume 2. There we go.
Volume.
Volume 2 came out today. And yeah, it's pretty cool. So, y'all are any comic book?
Say the name again.
Jared Lujan.
What is the comic
Oh,
name?
the comic book's name is Dryfoot.
Dryfoot. Is it about Bigfoot?
You're going to have to read it and find out.
Check it out.
Uh-oh.
Yo, check it
Yeah.
out. Jared Lujan.
Yeah,
Is he Asian?
that's the guy. Huh?
Is he Asian?
No. He's
Sorry, that was racist, wasn't it?
half... No, was it? Yeah. He's because it sounds like Wuhan. It's the connection you made. Yeah,
Lujan.
it's fine.
Oh, yeah, that is not Asian.
Luhan, Wuhan. You're
Wuhan,
sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, what a fucking sorry white
Yeah.
piece of shit,
You're
right?
being
Hey,
like Trump.
it
bro.
Typical.
All right. But
Hey, Trevor, check out that comic, motherfucker.
anywho.
All right, guys. Well, this is the end of the episode. If you liked and enjoyed it, don't forget to. Sorry, my mind went blank. Don't forget to look us up. We have an audio version that is released, every Friday. Spotify, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio. Actually, I think we're gonna discontinue SoundCloud because we only have literally one person, and we pay monthly for that.
That's me.
Okay, we had 2 people.
It might be one of y'all, right?
Yeah.
Nah.
So yeah, SoundCloud's days you're numbered, but we got Spotify, iTunes, and iHeartRadio, and all of that. It's on everything. And
We're
you
gonna
can
get awards next year, just to let y'all know. If y'all want to come to the iHeart Podcast, the Music Awards,
Right,
whatever
yeah.
the fuck it's called.
They're gonna say y'all right next to Cardi B and
Yeah, we're right next door to that big ass fucking
Flapjacks.
Roni.
right.
I was
All
a
right,
thug
guys.
motherfucker.
Well, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. My name is James,
It's Austin.
and
I'm Hugo.
we'll see you guys.
I was waiting for it. I'm sorry.
And
I just read.